We are going to make shortbread. Now this is a proven recipe. We only need half a pound of butter, 250 grams, half a cup of caster sugar, and have your correct measurements, 4 tablespoons of rice flour, 2 cups of plain flour, and a teaspoon of vanilla. That is all is needed. Now, some of my friends, they just melt the butter. It's not as good. It is much better if you beat your butter until it's soft and creamy. And so we beat. And this is going to take, I'd say, between 3 and 5 minutes. And I always make with butter, not margarine. All you need is a little spatula, tablespoon, and we're on our way. And so we gradually add the caster sugar, gradually add it, and keep beating. A little bit more sugar, gradually add the sugar. Just white and creamy, not quite, but it's creamy. And I have the oven on 350. We'll add a teaspoon of vanilla. Teaspoon of vanilla. I don't buy the essence because it's a bit expensive. And beat it in. Nice creamy consistency. Now we have 2 cups of plain flour, 1 cup, 2 cups. And this is rice flour. Gives it that gritty taste. 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just sift that into the bowl. We don't need to sift it like as if we were making sponge cakes. Doesn't need a lot of that. Now we come back and we'll give it another little beat. Now turn the beater down a little bit because I'm going to put in half the flour and then the other half I fold in. Because I don't want to beat the flour and make it like dough that you're going to roll out. This is shortbread we're making. That actually is enough of beating because I like to fold the rest of the flour in. Disconnect the beaters. Very simple, you see, very simple. Very simple recipe. We don't want to beat the flour because that's not the answer for good shortbread. But I fold in the remaining of the flour with the spatula. So you can feel the consistency of it. You don't want it to be too soft. It's like when you're making pastry, you know the consistency of it before you start rolling it. I don't handle this a great deal. And that's the last of the flour. Now, I don't want a big board either because I just put it on this small, I don't put any more flour on the board because we've had the amount of flour to do that. I just put it roll it into a bowl, handle it like this Royal Dalton here. That's all I do with it, like so. Then I get my knife and I cut it like so first. Then I give that another little roll like so, because I don't want big pieces of shortbread. You only want, this is for afternoon tea. You just want a piece of shortbread, small piece. Now I just lightly grease the tray with really just the butter paper from them. I don't throw anything out or waste it. So I just put a little one there and a little one here. and the other little one here, so that I minimize the time and trays that I'm going to use for the oven. I press it down just gently so as I don't want it too thick, and try and making it even and edging in the edges of it so as it looks even. And you'll know that the consistency is right when it doesn't stick to your hands. That's a good, you know, sometimes if you haven't had the right amount of flour, you'll find it sticky and you think, oh, it's not right. It's only fit for the bin. So you know by it, it's not sticking to my hands. And I sort of decorate it around a little bit. And then I knife it through so as I get 8 triangles. They might look small, but they come out big enough. And depending on your oven, the length of time for cooking is 20 minutes to half an hour. I find after 20 minutes you need to watch it. And every oven is different. This oven, definitely, this fan-forced oven cooks quicker. So you need to watch. It says half an hour on the recipe, but you'll have burnt offerings. Fork it down, fork it well. And when it comes out of the oven, we're going to go through those lines again that we've made when we divided it into the 8. And give it a little bit of fork round the side so it gives that nice crusty edge to it. Just a little bit. And a little bit of caster sugar. So you see I've got 3 lots there, and I know it's not going to spread to run into one another. So there isn't a problem there. Have you got that on camera? I'm going to take them out, and they've been in 20 minutes. And I find that's enough. So I've brought the one lot out. I've brought the other lot up to the top shelf there so that I can see it better. And I put the last lot in. Got to think of your energy power. Now, this is very important. That's why I put on my glasses. I follow through the lines where I cut before. And you do that while it's hot. Mustn't wet. Most important. Now you see how it's much larger now. Now allow them to cool on the tray. So I set that tray aside because I have the rack over there that I cool them on. I set them aside. And I wait for the next batch. And it's a great pastime. You know, you can look out your garden, and I've got a barrel full of petunias there. It's better than watching the telly. And this is cooked. Now, sharp knife, follow the lines that you made before you put it into the oven, and sharply go through the lines. I'll just lift one piece up to show you that there's no doughy line through it. It is cooked. But I leave it on the heated tray and I allow it to cool. Now, the most important is to put it into containers, airtight containers, to keep it. It'll keep for at least 6 weeks if you don't eat it. Airtight containers, very important. Thank you for watching.